I don't look that bad, really. If I squint, I can still see what I looked like at college. I wonder if I could get everyone to squint whenever they looked at me.
Do you ever fantasise, Emma?
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Do you mean sexually?
Oh, no. God, no.
Oh, good.
No, I mean, do you ever fantasise about having a different life? Because my mum, she left this whole stack of Reader's Digests. And I know that sometimes people think you're a bit weird if you read, but it says here, do you know Mark Twain's definition of a pineapple?
No.
It's a lemon that saw its chance and took it. And I had this thought that, are you doing everything you always thought you would be?
Well, I thought I was getting my hair cut this afternoon, yeah.
No, I mean, I thought hairdressing would be a route to somewhere, but...
Well, like what?
Well, it doesn't lead to anything but more hair.
Was everything all right between you and Rich?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's great. He's been wonderful, actually. What did your mum do before she died?
She's a school secretary.
Why did you want to be a teacher?
I was good at languages.
Do you think we're the daughters our mothers wanted us to be?
My mum died before I was old enough to know what she wanted me to be. But I know I'm nothing like I wanted to be. I knew I had to try and change things when we were playing that stupid game the other night, where everyone decides which famous person you remind them of.
Go, chop, chop, come on.
I thought it was going to be Audrey Hepburn at least.
No, that's totally wrong. What's she like?
Well, does she do anything? I mean, what?
Well, she cooks and she speaks French and things.
Oh, Madame Chalet.
Oh.
What about Coronation Street?
Don't all the women have full-time jobs?
No, we need someone with a bit of spunk.
Monica Lewinsky.
Pauline Fowler from EastEnders.
Yes!
Mother, part-time job.
Yes.
Emma!
Emma,
Emma!
come on.
Em?
Emma!
Rich.
Oh, yeah.
Rich. Ta-da! Don't you look great?
Bloody hell. Do you want to dance?
Can I pay you?
No.
Well, how much would it cost?
Nothing.
Come on, in the salon, how much would it cost?
Nothing. I know you haven't got much money.
What?
How going to do the household budget when you're sitting there looking like a sex rocket? You look fantastic.
I love you.
Every time I look at you, I lose my train of thought. The blood rushes from my head down to some other vital part of my body.
Just concentrate. It's not good, is it?
This is what we have. This is what's going out on the first. And these are the bills, which are my favourite shade of vermilion. But who cares about this when the wife looks sexier than Linda Lusardi? The risk of sounding crude and unattractive. Let's pop in the bedroom and have lots of sex.
I should be doing more to help. But what can I do? Be nice, Emma, be positive.
Don't look so worried.
I'm not worried. Make something good happen for us. Let's give up our jobs.
Well, that's a stupid thing to suggest.
Well, why are we doing them, please? We're clinging on to them because there's nothing else, yet they're the thing that's dragging us down. I mean, you don't need to worry about rent or a mortgage now, do you?
Yeah, but you do.
Well, if you want cash, you go round to people's houses and do their hair. Otherwise, start doing what you want to do.
I don't know what I want to do.
Doesn't the thought of going into the salon for the next 30 years make you feel sick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on the phones. It's like this big black cloud in my life, and work shouldn't be like that for you and me.
All right. I'll do it. If you do it.
Let's find something else.
OK, but let's find something else before we give up our jobs. How are you going to tell Mark?
I won't. I'll get something before he's realised.
Emma?
I'm not going back in there again, Luke. Just stay by the phone. I'll ring you back when I've done it. I've got to get Stuart completely out of my life.
They want me for a docu-soap on superwomen. They want to follow you around next week. They're doing a series on high-profile mums, and I think they've had someone drop out on them. This is good. Great. This isn't showing off, is it?
Well, yes, of course it's showing off. You'd be describing yourself as a superwoman.
Well, why not? I've been an MP for 3 years, Amanda, and still very few people know who I am. If I don't start doing this sort of gig, by the time the next election comes along, I'll have slipped into obscurity.
Right, off to bed, you. Surely do it.
OK.
Oh, I'm not reading you any books, though.
Oh. Please.
No.
Yes.
Why don't you ever ask me to babysit?
Because you scare children, Amanda.
Do I scare Sam?
Oh, yes. Calls you the witch.
Well, is that because of the way I look, or because of my personality? Because witches are ugly, aren't they? I mean, they've got warts and hook noses, and they look like female versions of John Prescott.
And you're just not mumsy.
I am.
You don't even know how to talk to kids, Amanda.
I talk to yours.
You bark at mine.
Oh, I've never barked in my life. OK, well, what do you talk to them about?
Oh, you know, school, what books they like, Star Wars, Mark's mother, the Sky Blues.
Right. Next time you want a babysitter, I want to do it, OK? You can call me anytime, anywhere.
What do you know about Star Wars?
Well, what does Ginger Features know about...
There's plenty of food in the fridge, Shawnee, if you want it.
Oh, great. Have you lost weight, Sinead?
It's sex. I've been seeing that guy I met on the internet.
You haven't.
But don't tell anyone. I don't want anyone to know.
Well, who's going to object? Apart from him.
What's Amanda like?
Well, what do you think from what she looks like?
Ooh, fun. Still, she's not as attractive as I thought she might be.
Well. Oh, no, that's a bad face there. That's not fair.
It's very fair. Still, she looks tough and a bit feisty. Would it be fair to say she's like a cat you wouldn't want to stroke?
I think you'd like Amanda if you met her.
I think I'd loathe her.
No, she's like you in many ways.
What would you think if I told you I was thinking of going back into teaching?
I think good thoughts. But come on, has anyone met Liz yet? What's she like? Not that I'm getting obsessed or anything.
Why won't she talk to me? I was thinking, how much do you earn?
Enough.
No one ever tells you, do they? No. And why hasn't she mentioned my hair? Last year I made under 4,000.
Don't want to know, babe. Oh, God, are we out of facts?
It's not a lot for a 28-year-old, is it?
Oh, it's your choice, babe.
It's not my choice. I lost my choice the moment I peed on a stick 8 years ago.
How'd you get on?
It's our curse to follow a football team that doesn't know how to kick a ball. Brought you a souvenir.
I mean, why has Emma been so hard on herself recently? She's done the best thing anyone ever could.
What was that, then?
Had a child.
Had a kid, yeah. But no one else has done it.
Are you looking for the beer?
By the time Dad was my age, he'd had all of us.
He's been a fool from start to finish, that man. Law?
What?
Is she thinking of doing this?
She might be.
Where'd you get all this stuff?
I don't want to be rude, but don't you need masters of A-levels and a couple of degrees to do this?
That was rude.
I was just thinking about it.
Why?
I was thinking about what I was good at, wasn't I? And I was thinking how I always win arguments.
Well, it's because you sulk.
Well, it's usually an effective tactic.
I'm afraid Miss Slaney will not be cross-examining the witness this afternoon because she is in a strop.
All right.
Durham?
I'll chuck 'em in the bin.
The whole thing about women in the workplace, Emma, is about empowerment.
Is it?
I mean, for example, that old barrack that I work for, right, she did this thing the other day about single parents, and something like 78% of them...
What has this got to do with me getting a job?
It just shows, if you would listen, it shows that...
I'm not a
no
single
power.
parent.
I never said you were.
You know nothing about what life is like for me or your single parents. You just stand there callously spouting shite as if it's full of meaning.
I'm not callous.
Yeah, you are. When it comes to children, you always have been. I remember what it used to be like when you were going out with Michael.
Why doesn't she have an abortion? She's only 25.
Because she loves him.
What would you do if we were in this situation?
I'd have the thing hoovered out before it had grown eyes. Oh.
I'm so glad you're the girl in my dreams.
Oh, thank you, darling.
That was 3 years ago.
Yeah, and you still have no idea what it's like to have a child.
Oh, come on. You have a baby and you decide whether you're going to bring it up full-time or whether you're going to balance it out with work. The whole thing about the women's movement, Emma, has been about choice.
You don't have a choice. You either give up your job or you go back to work and become a bad mother.
Just apply for the frigging job, Emma. We nearly fell out then, didn't we?
Yeah, I know. Good night, babe.
Good night. I want to babysit.
Why are things so tense between us? And why am I jealous about her trying to get her life back together? And why am I shouting about babysitting in a crowded street?
I'm thinking of applying for a teaching job.
I thought you were going to use your languages for something else eventually.
Like what?
I don't know what. Translation. Tour guide.
Thanks, Marky.
No, I'm being serious. Interpreting?
My French isn't good enough. And I've completely forgotten all my Japanese. But that's no reason I can't teach it.
It's not easy.
I know. And I know I couldn't hack it in your kind of school. I don't know how you do it. I want some private school where everyone's really polite and no one tries to steal your trainers. You don't think I can do it?
Yeah, I do.
You got that look in your eye.
What look?
The you're not good enough look.
That's the way my face looks when I'm relaxed. I think you can do anything, Emma.
Now, do I risk it? Will it look too needy? Just concentrate on being nice to him.
Hello?
Dear Claire.
Yes. Well, no.
I'm not disturbing anything, am I?
Well, like...
Michael, I think somebody needs to talk to you, and I think that somebody has to be me. Now, I'm concerned. Everybody's concerned about what you're doing.
Look, before you launch off, Amanda, I'm on my way out.
Oh, okay. So do you want to meet up for a drink?
Sure.
Next Monday?
Good. Look forward to your speech.
I think that went rather well.
Oh, no. My only experience were placements when I was at college. As with the 4 months I spent teaching those Japanese girls. Who am I trying to kid here? What are you smiling at, Stuart?
Because you're not going to get the job. I'm sorry, I always smile when I'm the bearer of bad news. My kids couldn't forgive me for weeks after I told them the hamster had died. You're not even going to get an interview, Emma.
Give it me back.
Not with this.
Give me my application form back.
It's about money. Why don't you come back and work here?
You know I'm not working here anymore, Stuart.
I'm not being mean because of us. I'm just trying to be your friend, albeit a smiley one. This is a plum job, Emma, and you've no experience.
But I could do it. If I got an interview and taught a lesson, I could.
That's the way it works. They're going to be seeing 4 or 5 candidates, and on the strength of this, you're not even going to be near the top of the pile. What am I doing as your referee? They're going to read this and laugh. She answers the phone well. Didn't know you spoke Japanese.
I don't anymore.
Why'd you learn?
Because surprisingly, it was something I was good at. When my mum died, I was advised to take up a challenge, so it was Japanese.
Oh.
Yeah, one girl I knew took up parachuting.
Well, if you want an interview, use that. Point it up. Say you taught in Tokyo for a couple of years. They're not going to check that. Say you teach kids from home. Say you teach my kids.
Yeah, right.
Everyone does this when they're starting, Emma. I set this entire business up on a blag. I didn't tell people I didn't have any experience. Anyway, when they meet you, they're going to forget about all this crap anyway. They're only going to want to know one thing. Can she teach? Huh? You yourself said you could do it.
So what am I going to do for references?
Make them up. I'll write them.
I can't lie like this.
Yeah, of course you can. Here. Just think how easy it was to lie to Mark about us.
It's great. It's really great. I'd give you the job.
Really?
Yeah, your handwriting's lovely.
Oh, God. Well, what about you? What have you been up to?
Well, I've gone a bit over the top, really, but...
Bloody hell.
I know. I was thinking about maybe being a legal secretary. I've got to work out what qualifications I need.
Yeah, but don't you just need secretarial skills?
No. Anyway, these are some of the courses you can do.
Don't you have any pictures of Liz up anywhere?
Well, I see her most days, and she's better in the flesh.
See, this is what we need to talk about, Michael.
That was a joke.
Let's have a drink here first, yeah?
Well, can I just email this off, and then we can start our little date?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just sit here. Oh, and it's not a date, Michael. Why do I feel like I've turned into Sinead?
Why do you want to be a legal secretary?
Because she's a frustrated barrister.
I don't think I want to be that anymore.
Why not?
I don't want to get stuck behind a desk all day shuffling papers and guarding the stationery cupboard.
That's what I do.
Oh, no, Sinead, you got a fantastic job. You publish crap books, but at least you can go into a shop and point at something you make.
Oh, can't you point at someone's hairdo in the street?
Tell us another joke, Rich.
Okay. Anyway, you need 2 or 3 years studying to get the qualifications you need, even for a secretary's job.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
And he stops a policeman and he says, "Can you tell me how far it is to the town hall, please?" And the
This is such an old one.
And the policeman says, "Half a mile." The little boy says, "Half a mile?" The policeman says, "Yeah, roughly speaking."
Does he think I'm balmy sitting here, or is this all right? No. No, this is what friendship's about. We look out for each other. And Michael shouldn't be getting serious. You shouldn't be getting serious with her, Michael.
Why not?
Because she won't want to have kids with you.
I don't want kids.
Yes, you do. This is the guy that walks around Hamleys on his day off thinking
I did
about...
that once, Amanda.
You still did it. And if kids are something that you want in your life,
I don't want kids now.
I'm not talking about now, am I? I'm talking about when you'll want them, which is going to coincide with Liz's 50th, don't you think? And I see so many people messed up because they can't have them, Michael, or they've got them and they don't want them, or they've got too many and they want to kill them.
Are you getting broody, Amanda?
No. No, absolutely not. It's just that, I don't know, watching my boss today do this docu-soap thing, I had no idea how much her kids were suffering.
Robin, don't get upset, but don't let this boy bully you. Don't cry, darling. If he bullies you, don't sit next to him.
He has to sit next to him in maths.
Ask the teacher if you can move. What's her name?
Mrs. Eardley.
Ask Mrs. Eardley. What do you mean he punches you if you talk to Mrs. Eardley?
That's how he got the bruises on his arm.
Look, tell him. Robin, listen. Tell him your mother's an MP, and if he bullies you anymore, she'll get his family deported back to wherever they're from. Nigeria. I know it's an idle threat, darling, but tell him.
You can edit that out, can't you?
Listen, we can talk about this...
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, over breakfast, darling. And don't let him see that you've been crying.
Does Robin get bullied or teased because of your job?
No, I think he gets teased because he's fat. He has his father's build. No, my job's not a factor in this.
What names does he get called?
Red Robin, Rob the Blob, Robin Trotsky. He goes to a private school. It's full of little Tories.
When was the last time you saw him to speak to?
Sunday morning.
And the next time will be tomorrow?
Yes.
And it just made me think, God, you know, I've always wanted to be in politics, but I also want to have kids, Michael. But I don't want them crying down the other end of a phone. How else am I supposed to do this job? What?
You didn't come around here to talk about me at all, did you?
Am I just digressing? Don't worry, we'll talk about you.
Let me have these.
When did you hear back about that job?
Any day. The interview next week. Do you know how amazing it would be for me to have my own money, Rich?
You know, I'll have to dress up in A-line skirts and horn-rimmed specs if you're going to be anything like the old bird who tried to teach me French.
Well, I've always had a secret fetish for A-line skirts.
So have I. And all the kids are going to have crushes on you.
It's a girls' school.
What? That makes any difference?
I can't believe I might have a career when
You'll have to spank them if they misbehave.
But when Sam was born, I was really pleased he was a boy. Because I actually thought if I could grow a penis, there was nothing I couldn't do with my life.
You know, there's nothing I can't do with my life. I'm attractive, successful. I'm one of the best brains of my generation just waiting to be discovered. If I want to juggle kids and a career, then I'll do it. I'll just do it. Because there's nothing, no one holding me back.
Can't answer the phone at the moment, so please leave a message after the tone.
Yeah, hi, it's me again. Don't get too excited. But I've thought of something else. You're too nice for her. And if you're really fine about not having kids, then one of the following obstacles...
I'm sorry.
No, leave it.
A, she's using you for sex, which...
Amanda?
Or B, she's still in love with her ex-husband. Now, either of these things are going to bring you shared loads of unhappiness. Oh, and another thing, before I forget, it's...
I'm intrigued to know what you two talked about.
Oh, nothing really.
What did you say about
Well,
children?
you see, the thing about Amanda
Peter,
is...
my ex, who I would classify as a nice man, would talk at length about how children weren't important to him. But then something clicks. And you will want a family. And you will leave
Can
me.
I kiss you?
No.
You've said this before.
Yeah, that's because it's true.
No, it isn't. I'd have left you long before that.
Hello?
I bet you can't guess who this is, Emma.
No, I can't.
You'll go, Mum. Phil Beach.
Philippa Beach?
Yes, it's me. Isn't it amazing?
It's shocking. What are you doing ringing me up for?
I couldn't believe it when I saw your application form. I had to check twice that you were the Emma Kimber I was at teacher training with. How's Mark?
He's fine.
And what did you call your little bump in the end?
Sam?
Yes?
Well, how's Sam?
What are you doing with my application form, Philippa?
I'm head of department at Charles Moore. I had no idea you'd done so much at college.
No.
And all your Japanese experience is fantastic. We've been talking about offering Japanese here for ages.
Right.
So I'm ringing up to congratulate you, Em. You've got an interview. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, I thought we'd seen the last of Phil Beach.
You look nervous.
Not nervous, why should I be nervous? Let's get this lesson plan sorted out. Are you working tomorrow evening?
No, not tomorrow, no.
Right. French teacher at my school said she thought you'd find that useful.
I don't want to go, Mark. I was really horrible to Phil Beach once.
Well, everyone was horrible to her at least once. It's one of my favourite hobbies. Because she's going to be judging you. Listen to me. You're smart and beautiful and clever.
And
who can I ring up tonight? Who's going to want to speak to me?
I applied for 4 posts in 2 years. I haven't even got a sniff.
Were they lampposts? You always give your friends jobs.
No, she hated Emma. She wasn't a friend.
Are you threatened by her getting a job?
No, I think it was excellent.
Well, I wouldn't like if Louise earned more money than me. What?
She's not going to earn more than me.
Well, you know, it's the truth. My dad was the same. Your dad was brought up in the 50s. Oh, do you remember him kicking up that fuss when Mum did the twilight shift at Courtauld?
You used to call it the toilet shift.
Yeah, well, it was the toilet she cleaned. But she wanted a job. She was probably fed up of looking at your snotty noses all day and wanted to get out of the house.
Shut your mouth, Michael. It's a fact that men want to earn more money. Ask any man in here.
How's Louise doing with her job hunting, then?
This is not about that. This is a general point.
Is this why you're funny about Louise getting another job?
No.
What's got into you two?
Where's Sinead, anyway? You did tell her we weren't meeting at your place, didn't you?
I can't go for this interview, Shawnee. This woman knows me, and if she's any brains, she'll remember I didn't do half of those things.
Does Mark know about this?
Doesn't even know I've jacked in my job.
You've jacked in your job?
They'll focus on my Japanese, which is like my weakest thing. I haven't spoken since O-level.
Well, they don't know that.
Well, I know. They're under the impression I've taught half of Tokyo how to karaoke.
But none of them will know Japanese.
You didn't know that.
Well, if they could, they would have offered it as an option before, wouldn't they? So, what you do is, you revise like mad, stay one step ahead of the class, and next year it'll be easier. All teachers are frauds. You'll just be a slightly bigger one for a while.
Go for another job.
Well, you still won't get an interview unless you sell yourself. I shouldn't be saying these things.
She's right. And it will be awful to pull out now anyway. The whole thing's been so public. Everyone's ringing me up and wishing me the best. Mark's family have started sending good luck cards. And even Rich and Louise are taking us out for a meal the night before my interview. I haven't even got the job yet.
Hey, but if you don't get this, you'll get something else.
Hey!
So generous. Oh. So, what about you? Have you had any more ideas, or...?
Oh, you do not want to hear the latest. She wants to be a copper.
Oh, what's wrong with that? It's a noble profession.
Thank you.
Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. I rang them.
She's gradually working her way down the legal professions. She'll end up in a burglar.
Well, what do you want to be?
Happy as I am.
No, you're not. You didn't want to be a butcher. You wanted to play football.
I play football.
And then when that didn't come off, you haven't prepared yourself for anything else.
Let's not do this. If you became a copper or anything like that, it's years of training. Then you want to establish yourself in the job.
Well, I know.
Yeah, and then...
He wants me to stay at home and have babies.
I don't.
But I want to move on, Rich. But I want to do something. I've been stuck in that house nursing my mum for 2 years.
All right, all right.
Just trap me if I had a baby. Sorry.
That's okay.
Suck it, sir.
Anyway, I think what Emma's done's fantastic, actually. I don't know how she had the guts to give up her job and back herself.
And this is for you.
Well, I had that dress you wanted to borrow dry cleaned.
Oh, good, right. Thank you.
We're all set. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thank
Thank you. Bye.
Sam all right?
He's still a bit poorly.
I'll be in a sec. So what do you think?
Oh, you look great.
You don't think it looks a bit too,
Faye?
No? Why'd you say Faye?
No, I didn't, no. Faye's good. You don't want to look too fierce.
Do you think I look fierce?
No, you look classy. I can't believe it's Louise's dress. And I can't believe you left your job without at least telling me about it. How long have you not been going in?
I can go back tomorrow if we need me to.
Well, you better give him a call.
Do you think I'm going to get it?
When have I ever said that? Ever?
Well, hey, you don't have to say
It
it.
would be great if you could get this job. You'd be you again if you got this job.
What do you mean?
Come on. Look, it's late.
No, I want to know what you mean.
I mean that, you know, at college you weren't like this. You never needed my advice on what you wore or your work.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you were better than that. You were bright and smart and fun and... I'm sorry, but you should have talked to me about giving up your job.
Do you think it makes me feel good to stand here and ask if I look nice in this dress? Or for you to rewrite my lesson plan for me, or to beg you to pay the electricity bill?
Well, that's just it. It's all domestic with you now, isn't it? I walk in the door and you're having a go at me about something, or I've got to go and pick up Sam. I've been working hard.
I've been working hard!
But you haven't had a full-time job. That's what I'm saying.
What do you think I've been doing for 7 years? Someone's had to bring up your child, Mark.
It's your decision to have him, Emma.
If you get this job, will you still be able to pick me up from school?
Go to sleep now. Shush.
Why can't you be like William's mum? She bakes cakes every Thursday and knows how to make lampshades.
She's a very clever lady.
Yes, she is. If I'm still poorly, you won't be able to go tomorrow, will you?
Come on, Samuel.
Too ill.
Well, you won't get any better if you stay in there all day, will you? Now, come on, I've got some books for you to read.
I can't focus my eyes.
Well, then I'll read them to you.
Got earache.
Right, okay, now listen, look at me. Look at me. We are going to have a nice day today, okay? You're going to sit over there, I'm going to sit over there, and I'm going to read you some books. Now, listen, look. I have taken the day off work to do this today, so you will enter into the spirit of it. Eh? 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 Good lad, well done.
Hello?
I'll be with you in a...
Hello!
Hi. Oh, it's really nice to see you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, you've changed.
Have I?
Yes.
You've changed.
Oh, thank God.
Am I the first here?
The first of 3, yeah. There were 3 standouts from the applications, so, well, we hope to make a decision by the end of the day. Oh, here's a thing, sort of timetable.
Thank you.
And have a croissant.
Thank you.
How's Mark?
Mark's great. He's, working at a comp and tooting. He's loving it.
Head of department?
No.
Oh.
Croissants are nice, aren't they?
He's Japanese? Oh, yeah. Yes.
Andrew Kasai.
Oh, you're on first. You're in before me.
Oh, Emma, yes?
Yeah.
I think they've been kind giving us 6th formers to teach. I find that with pre-A-level students, it's difficult to cover as much ground.
Absolutely. It's very difficult.
Now, I'm pleased you 2 have met. Andrew was in Tokyo during the same year as you were there.
じゃあ、日本語はご専門なんですね。
はい。
東京ではどこで教えていらっしゃったんですか？
I'm sorry?
英語学校ですか？それとも日本の学校ですか？
Where did I teach? Oh, where did you?
大学で教えていました。
どこ?
I was at university.
Oh.
Where were you?
Oh, I taught privately. Doctors' sons and things.
Well, you taught them English?
No, Japanese. That's right, isn't it?
Yes.
The head's very keen that we offer Japanese. He thinks it's the future of industry. And he's not a bad speaker himself.
Who's he?
He's a beast.
Is he? I once went out with a rugby player who looked a bit like him.
Why aren't you married, Amanda?
Why, are you offering?
No.
I don't know, Sam. I've never really thought about it.
Is that true?
Yes. Now go and get yourself some more, pop. I have thought about it. Right at the end with Michael. It was one of those situations where you either split up or get married. I remember the night before I left. What names do you like for a child? What?
Well, I like Annabelle.
Oh, dear.
And I like Matthew. Well, what names do you like, since that's obviously the reason why we're having this conversation?
Benjamin.
It's nice.
Just about goes with Owen, which isn't nice, as you know.
No. You've pointed it out on many occasions.
Are you nervous for her?
I think she'll get it.
Yeah, she might do.
She is clever, Rich.
I know.
Are you having any lunch?
Lou, I've been thinking, and if you want to change direction, then you've got to do it.
Thank you.
But don't leave me behind.
You can join the police as well if you want.
Look, I know that with everything at home we've not had time to talk, but... You see, I can't see myself not being a dad. I'd hate it if that happened. I always thought I was going to be a soccer-playing dad, and if neither of those things are going to happen, then what am I going to do? What's it all been about?
Well, soon after I left college, my son was born. I felt it was important to spend time with him before I pursued full-time employment.
Yet you've been teaching at summer schools in Marseille and Hiroshima?
Yes.
What age groups have you taught there?
Oh, the whole range, from 8 to 18.
And you taught them Japanese?
I taught them English. I'm sorry, isn't that clear from the application form?
Well, it reads like you taught Japanese children Japanese. Where's the sense in that?
No, well, I didn't.
But that's what you told me in the staff room.
Yes. Yes, well, you see, I was very nervous in the staff room, and I didn't quite understand what Andrew was saying. I'm used to a different accent.
Have you taught anyone Japanese?
Yes, from home. English students.
Oh, yes. Mr. G's children?
Yes.
And how old are they? 2 and 4, aren't they?
Can't answer the phone at the moment, so please leave a message after the tone.
Hi, Michael, it's me. I just wanted to leave an apologetic message on your machine to cancel out the rather mad one of the other night. So, sorry if I caused you any hassle. That was never my intention, mate. Give us a call sometime if you want, and I'll be sane. Okay, bye.
Emma! You're leaving?
Yeah, well,
No, we said we hoped to make a decision today, and we have.
Right.
I was just coming to find the three of you. Well, you were impressive, Emma. You interview well. But all three of us felt that Andrew was the best candidate. Look, why don't you stay around? We could go for a drink. I haven't seen you since I was 21 or something mad.
Now you've had a chance to feast your eyes on me.
Yes, well, I'm sorry it didn't work out for you, and but it was nice, and... Oh, what am I trying to say here?
I don't know. Sounds like you're trying to end an affair.
No. Well, something will come along for you.
Yeah.
No, it will. Yes. Well, give my love to Mark. I swear Mum used to keep the strong stuff in here. Ah, here it is. She used it for the pain.
Why else does anyone drink?
Oh, sod the posh idiots then. They haven't got a clue what they turned down.
Well, I think I gave them some clues.
Do you fancy getting drunk tonight? I have wanted to get drunk for the past year. I just thought it was too sad to do it on my own.
Just, you know, for a second I thought it was going all right. I was sitting there.
Oh, no, let's not talk about it. Let's talk about clothes and men's buttocks and how much we like to shag George Clooney. That always cheers me up.
Sorry if I caused you any hassle. That was never my intention, mate. Give us a call sometime if you want, and I'll be sane.
I think she still loves you.
Okay, bye.
Do you love her?
No,
It's all right if you do.
I don't. And it's not all right at all. I love you.
You don't have to say that.
I know. But I do.
You are a man who inspires great passion, Mr. Owen.
I never used to.
You don't have to walk me home.
I'd get lynched if I didn't. You okay?
You're a sweet man.
No.
No, you are, Richard. You're a sweet man. Say sweet.
I'm strong and mighty.
No, you're not. Oh. I don't want to go back.
Come on.
Oh, sod it. I don't want to go back there. It's...
There'll be other jobs.
No, sweet man.
There will.
No. And I'm too embarrassed to tell you why. Well, this is Louise's dress. You must take it back.
Leave it. Emma, leave it.
I'm a bad wife, Rich.
Yeah.
And I'm a bad mother, too, and that is true also. I don't want to go back to that flat, Rich.
Why isn't my mum back yet?
Well, she's probably out celebrating. You see her soon.
Oh. Good night.
Night-night.
We're nearly there.
Nearly.
Why don't you come in?
No.
Oh, come in.
Emma.
Yeah? Don't you want the dress?
No.